Hello, my name is Les and welcome back to my channel, How to Get a Job. Today's job is going to be how to do landscaping, or how to become a landscape gardener for free. No training courses, no nothing. How you can earn good money being a landscape designer. If you haven't seen my other video on who and what I'm about, please watch my other video, and that gives you the information why you should listen to me and why my advice is good advice. We're going to start off with the story, and this story begins with two people who were poorly educated, no skills, qualifications, very little education, been in trouble with the law, and how they became their own boss doing landscape gardening. Now, as I say in my other video, that I explained that I work for the Prince's Trust. Now, the Prince's Trust, over the year that I worked for them, I had over 40 students with very limited education or qualifications, and by the end of their 12-week course, we got them work experience in various jobs throughout various locations. So we got them the experience, and they moved on to either full employment, part-time employment, or education. So these two individuals, they'd done something wrong, so they were on 180 community hours as their payment for punishment for doing the crimes that they did. Along with my students from the Prince's Trust, we collaborated with the probation service on working on a project on a museum which were installing a new walkway, footpath and steps. And I got talking to these two young individuals who were against the system, against working, they were calling it working for free, slave labour, why should they be doing this? And I just sat down with them one lunchtime and I said, listen, for the skills that you're learning here, you've got 180 hours to learn as much as you can. You've done it now, this is your first day. So I said, instead of rejecting against what's going on, why don't you embrace it and learn a new skill? I said, people come and pay money to do courses like this, how to do groundwork, how to do steps, how to do fencing, how to do ground maintenance. I said, okay, you're getting punished for the crimes that you've done, but the information that you're learning could end up giving you a job. So they sort of looked at each other and thought, yeah, okay. And then the following day when we seen them, because I seen them over 3 days, they had a totally different attitude with regard to working for free and complaining about it. And then they totally changed. They wanted to learn how to do various things. So again, talking to them on the second day, I said, if you start up your own business, then I said, you don't have to impress anybody else. I said, you're two very hard young working people. I said, you can make a go of this. And I said, after this 180 hours, the world's your oyster. I said, you can go and start your own business up. I said, it costs you very, very little to do it. So anyway, long story short, I was talking to the instructor some 6 months later, and the Forestry Commission, who they were doing the work for, took them on as positive role models because they'd changed in such a way that they'd become positive role models to other offenders that came onto the programme. And the two young men learned on more and more skills, and then eventually they started their own business up for garden maintenance and landscape gardening, fence erecting, pavements, block paving, all of the skills that they learned for free with the Forestry Commission whilst they were under sentence for community service. So what I'm offering is advice for those people who have no skills, qualifications or education, how you can go about changing your life, setting up your own business and gaining these qualifications. So going on from this, starting your own landscape business up. Okay, you might say, I need a van, I need transportation to get from A to B. No, you don't. All you need is good communication skills. Phone directly up to the wholesalers or the builders merchants, get all your materials delivered on site. You don't need a van to go and collect it, just a good phone skills just to go and get everything organised and delivered to the site that you're working on. You just need a bag, a hold-all bag with equipment, and I'm going to go through a basic list of equipment that you need to start off your business. Okay, you've got no experience doing this. If you've got your own garden, take some photographs before and after your garden, and that starts off your portfolio as to what you can do with your own garden. Go and find some old people with a garden. Old people are getting too old to maintain their garden, so offer to do it for free for them, so you get some experience, so you get some pictures, so you get a reference of these people. And old people know other old people, and other old people may also want gardening work doing, but obviously you start charging people in the end, but you just want the experience to start off with, and experience gains qualifications, and once you're qualified and you're capable of doing this, then you can start charging people. So you just move on. Work for voluntary organisations such as the Forestry Commission or anything to do with landscape gardening. Get in contact with other landscape gardeners and to say, listen, I want to learn the trade, can I come and work for free? Maybe it's 1 day a week. Give up some of your time, give up 1 day a week to go and learn a new skill, because that will also come back and reward you at a later date. Gaining the skills, you can open your own business. That's my suggestion of what you can do. And the money that you can make from that, again, it's another evergreen project. There's fence erection, there's maintenance of the garden, cutting the grass, cutting the hedges, tending the flower beds, taking out the old flowers, replacing it with new. It just goes on and on and on. And it really is a rewarding job that you can do. So all you need to do is get 2 dozen people on a regular round, and that's your business set up for life. Especially nowadays, because most people who have a garden or a big garden, both of them are working to maintain the house and all the bills, and they haven't got the time to be able to do the gardening. So by having somebody to come and maintain the garden, and as long as you do a good job, you're going to be employed all the time, because they haven't got the time to do that. And as you can earn at least £100 a day, no problem, £100 a day for a 7-hour day doing somebody's garden. So if you get regular work, there's your money every month coming in. And there's ways of upselling all sorts of things as well to these people that have got the garden services. So once you start your garden maintenance, then if you do a good job, they will keep you employed all the time. Right, so if you haven't got the equipment to start off with, most people that have a garden also have the equipment. They have a lawnmower, they have the rakes, they have the shovels and spades in the shed and things like that. So you can offer a discount. You can say, if I can use your tools and equipment, I'll give you a discount, because then I don't have to use mine. So by doing that, that just gets you started. So eventually you'll buy your own equipment, and again I'll go through the list of equipment, the basics that you need, and why you should buy what I suggest. So that will get you started by using other people's equipment. You just want a foothold in the door, and once you start, it'll snowball, because other people know other people, and if you do a good job, they'll recommend you, and it goes from that word of mouth. You don't even have to advertise. And your work comes, money comes in, and as the money comes in, you can start building your business up. But to start for free, ask around, do some voluntary work, get your foot in the door, and away you go. So the suggested tools that I think you should need, I think this comes at about roughly at the cost of £250. Again, 3 days work, and that's paid for all your equipment. I would suggest buying a brand new lawnmower, petrol lawnmower, because then you don't need any electricity plug supplies. You just got a petrol lawnmower, and if you buy a brand new one, and if you look in the link below with Amazon, if you go on the link, it'll take you to the petrol lawnmower for about £180 it is, and you've got a year's guarantee with that, so it's basically trouble free for a year for £180. Again, 2 jobs, and that's your biggest purchase, is the lawnmower. But buy a brand new one, don't buy a second-hand one, because if you buy a second-hand one, you might be buying other people's problems. So by buying a brand new lawnmower, it'll give you a year's trouble-free running of a brand new lawnmower. Then if there's any problems with it, somebody will repair it for you under guarantee. So also, Yeah, if you don't have a van, you've just got public transport or a bicycle, you just need a big hold all. And some of the tools I'm going to suggest also on the links below for Amazon is a foldable spade. Yeah, foldable spade, it'll fit in your hold all. A foldable leaf rake, that'll fit in your hold all. A hammer, some shears, some secateurs, all through Amazon on the links below. Click them, get them all ordered. The whole cost will come to less than £250. There you go, there you set up for your own business. So do you need a van? No, you don't need a van. You just need a hold all, bicycle or public transport. That will get you that foothold in the door, and within a year you'll have your van, you'll have your regular work, and away you go. No skills, qualifications or education to do that. Easily £30,000 a year once you start setting up the business properly. Okay, winter time, you might suffer a little bit in winter time, but make hay while the sun shines. During the summer months you're going to get lots of jobs and opportunity, and then during the winter months people still need the leaves raking up, people still need the flower beds sorting out, so it'll be less work, but you'll be able to still do some work during the winter months. So I think I've about covered everything. So if you want any questions answering, please email me below on the link below. The new skills that you'll learn through gardening, I've worked all over the world doing various people's gardens with the skills and qualifications. Like I say, I'm multi-talented, multi-skilled, and I can do a lot of things. And I've worked in Italy, I've worked in Spain, I've worked in Portugal, I've worked in France, doing people's gardens, making steps, just exactly what I'm asking you to that you can do, because I've learned the skills, and people always want them skills. So it's a skill for life. Be like a sponge, learn everything that you can. So watch my other videos and hopefully you'll get some inspiration. So from Les, how to get a job, until the next video, bye for now.